everyone, welcome or welcome back. My name is Laura and today we're going to do a color and chat. So it's been a while since I've done one of these. We're going to be working in Johanna Basford's Enchanted Forest, and this is a double page spread that we started probably last year sometime, and I never worked on it again. I didn't like how it was turning out, so I'm trying to redeem it today. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't like how the pencils I chose were working on this paper. So now I'm going over it with watercolor, which is difficult because of course these were wax pencils, so I'm just playing, really. So we're just gonna see how it turns out and we're gonna chat. I've got some water. I hope you have a drink or a snack, and let's just get to it. So let's see what I'm doing. I think I probably need a smaller brush. That's not a smaller brush. This is a smaller brush. I've got some paints over here, and I'm just gonna, this paint isn't going on this paper very well either, even on the places where it's not a wax resist. So I'm not being too precious about it. I'm going over lines. I figure my later pencil work will fix that. I can go back in around the lines and try and be more exact. But see, like, there's this huge wax resist on places that I didn't even use the pencil. I'm not sure what happened there. Trying to be a little careful around some of these smaller details, but I'll fill in the gaps with pencil later, or fine liner or something. So how have you all been? It's been a really long time since I've done one of these, and to be honest, they're not my most popular videos, but I know some of you like them, so thank you. And I've been telling you that I'm going to make one for quite a while, talking about how life has been. So, life has been tough. I told you early last year, that my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 stomach cancer, and she's going through treatment right now. Treatment's really tough. She was doing chemotherapy and an antibody treatment. This antibody treatment just came out on the market like a few months before her diagnosis. So she was very lucky, in that sense. To be able to participate in this treatment. And she's been doing okay. It's really tough. She's had a lot of what you'd call chemo brain, and which is just basically a brain fog and a cognitive decline is what I've been calling it. She's slow to think, doesn't always understand things. Hard to have a conversation with. Sometimes she's just not understanding what we're talking about, and so that's been really tough, because she was such a bright, smart person, very smart, and to have her in this level of decline is really difficult. Physically, she's struggling. She's had a lot of like leg swelling, and they really don't want her to up her protein intake, so she's like basically living on protein shakes now, which are not her favorite thing. And what else? She's stopped chemotherapy for now to let her blood levels bounce back a little bit, but she's staying on the antibody treatment. And I don't know, but we just wait. I mean, she keeps getting scans, and the scans are showing that, you know, there's improvement. I'm gonna switch sides with my paint so I can move this over and work on it. This scan has shown signs of improvement. So that's good. You know, the cancer's still there, but it's not spreading, and it's some areas have, you know, she gets a PET scan, so like the areas light up when they're scanned. Some of the areas are lighting up less or have not lit up at all, so that's really good. Suddenly taking on the role as caregiver has been hard. You know, she's still able to do a lot of things for herself, but there's a lot of things that I've started doing. Like I won't let her drive alone because her driving kind of scares me at this point. I just don't think she's cognitively there enough to be doing that kind of activity by herself. So the only time I'll let her drive is if someone's in the car with her. Paper has the weirdest, I think it's from the wax on the other side of the paper. I think it's rubbed off onto this side of the paper because it's having like a wax resist effect. That's okay though, we're going to work it out. So yeah, life has been difficult. And then on top of it, I don't remember how much I talked about it last year, but my great uncle was going through treatment for bladder cancer. And he did really well. He went through chemotherapy, did the surgery, chemotherapy, and was doing really well up until recently when he had some kind of exam or procedure or scan or something, and they found excess scar tissue. And it could just be scar tissue, but it also could be part of the tumor coming back. So he just had exploratory surgery on Monday. Today is Thursday. No idea what day it is. And he will know next Monday what the results are. I like that dark color. I'm going to try and bring that back over to this side, just on some of these sections. Maybe a little bit over here. You can't quite see that. I'm just going to add a little more dark paint over here. Okay. But yeah, so, you know, it's just been lot of trouble for everyone, you know, troubled minds for everyone. I've been referred to a, not entirely sure why, but I've been referred to an allergy specialist for my asthma. Not sure why I wasn't referred to an asthma specialist, but maybe those are one and the same. I'm not really sure, but I need to make my insurance finally approved the appointment. That took forever. That took like 2 weeks. And so I can now make an appointment and try and get my asthma sorted out. It's been an ongoing issue for the past several months. I've had asthma since I was, I don't know, 10, 11 or something like that. 12, I'm not really sure. Sometime in that range. And let's see if I can get in here without making a huge mess. Ooh, that's really dark. I brought a bunch of other art supplies with me that are next to me. None of which are pencil. So we'll see if I need to go grab some pencils. Just didn't want to lose this page because I really like the other work I've done in this book. I just felt like I ruined everything, which is silly because I firmly believe that there is no ruined page. I really do. I believe you can salvage just about anything. You know, you may not be in love with it at the end, but I feel like there's no page worth pulling out of the book. So that's what we're doing here. So yeah, that's how my life has been going lately. Christmas was nice. Christmas was a little difficult because of her cognitive decline. You know, it was we had my aunt and uncle over. Great uncle didn't want to come over because he was too stressed about his cancer. We had my aunt and uncle over, and they were really happy to be here, and you know, we made a big dinner, and it was just it was a lot of work. Excuse me, sorry. Because my mom is usually like on top of everything and like orchestrating everything, and you know, she really wasn't. So it was just a reminder of how much she really makes holidays special. So, but we managed everything, and I made the yummiest, the absolute yummiest thing. My dad helped me the day before, but it was this, you've probably seen it at the store before. It just depends where you live and if your store carries it. Ours carries it sometimes. It's like stewed apples and cranberries filled with sugar. I mean, just like delicious. And we couldn't find it at the store, so they were out. So we made it and found a recipe, and it ton of apples, ton of cranberries, ton of sugar, you know, some flour, and it was delicious. Baked it in the oven the night, baked it part way in the oven the night before and put it in the freezer, and then thawed it the next day and then finished baking it. We tried to do like a lot of pre-baking so that there wasn't as much to do on the day. So it was nice. As you saw, I showed you some Christmas gifts I got in a video I made. Very fortunate, and I got some fun presents from my aunt that came over for Christmas. She gave me the coolest puzzle. She gave me a Golden Girls puzzle, but it's not a photograph. It's somebody's artist rendition of the four of them, and it looks really good. I do have it in here, but it's over there, so it's really cool. So I'm really looking forward to doing that one day, because I do like to do the occasional puzzle. I have a heap of puzzles to do. I stopped buying them because I just wasn't getting to them fast enough. Sorry, it's my voice. It's just gravelly. It's my chest. And it just, after a while of talking, it just gets kind of gravelly. So I apologize for the clearing of the throat and the gravelly voice, but it's just how life is right now. I'll take a drink of water though. Okay, that should help. Okay, so there's the new and improved background. I like that much better. Let me clean off that brush. Try and curl this page back the correct way. What do we want to do now? So we've got like all this stuff down here that I really didn't work on. We could do that with watercolor. What do I want to do? Start with the centerpiece, because that looks at least, it's more identifiable what's going on. Is this the right brush? Yeah. Let's spray these paints again. Just have this little spray bottle. And I'm just spraying these koi watercolors, Sakura koi watercolors. I've had them for absolute ever, which is why they're a mess, but I love them. So they're not the nicest watercolors out there. They're a little chalky, but they're very nice for beginners. So let's get some brown. Maybe some of that brown, or that's a lot of red. Let's just go ahead and get this door. See, there's this huge wax resist. I don't know what's up with this paper, or if it's just like, I'm wondering if just like the wax from the paper smushed around, or if like dragging my hand across it was. Okay, we can go back in with pencil. Just gonna color this whole thing. Go in with pencil and fill in some of these gaps. I'm probably going to bring out the nice pencils because everything else I've done in this book has been with nicer pencils. Like I started this with Arteza, and there's nothing wrong with Arteza. I like Arteza, but I don't like how they performed on this paper. So I think I'd like to switch to maybe Prismacolor or Polychromos. I have to do an update video one day to show you how I store my pencils now. Okay, let's get rid of that brown on my, at least some of it on my brush, and then let's go to oh, that's very black. Trying to get kind of gray. Should have added some white to it. Yeah, there we go. Very weird resist going on. Not enjoying it. But that's okay. We're just gonna keep on keeping on and finish this page. At least the bulk of it. And then we'll think about going back in with pencils. Okay, so there's our little hidey hole. Maybe that's where the treasure is stored. I want to color like this big area over here with something. What do I want this to be? Oops, I missed a bunch of blue. Okay. Now, maybe like a brown with like some purple. That's a good color. Let's go over here a little bit. That's a lovely color. Did some mixing. We're getting a little gray though. Add a little more purple. Let's go back up here and do the same color I know you really can't see what I'm doing under my hand, but you can see it in a second. So I've been thinking about doing some coloring update videos. Kind of like everybody else is doing. Everybody has their own name for it, and I thought about doing coloring tidbits. Really like that word. So I think I'll probably start doing that, and just updating people on what I'm doing and what new supplies I've bought, because I don't normally do supply hauls that much anymore. How long have we been recording? Well, we might stop this soon. I feel like I'm starting to feel really nauseous, like I need a snack, so we might need to stop. Let's get a little bit of red in here. Make this a little bit more of a reddish purple and do like these stones in here. Again, I'm just going over everything with the intention that I'll go over with pencil later, or marker, or acrylic marker or something. This is going to be a huge mixed media page because that's just how it's going to be. I want to finish some of this before I go though, so let's add in a little bit of orange for over here. Oh, that's a good color. I like that. Let's do some of that orange up here. And in here. And up here. That's very nice. Do I want to like base these with something? Maybe like a mossy green. Let's do like, just add some green in here. Be like, yeah. I'm obviously not getting enough water. Let's go ahead and put this over here. Let's go ahead and grab some bright green. It's very nice. Maybe some of that bright green over here. Some of these leaves. do the outlines with like acrylic marker or something. I want that to be like a purpley green. That's going to be kind of muddy. That's okay. That's a nice color. Might grab a little bit of red and do these mushrooms right here. Do that little door red too. Go back to the purple and get some of this. Mixing colors is so much fun. I never mix colors. Why have I not been doing this? Getting all kinds of fun colors. Okay, that's a good color. Let's go over to these plants over here. Just kind of cover up some of these watercolored sections that I did. Doesn't have to be perfect. So I'll show you what I do here. It comes with this little palette that you can, comes on top of this, and then you can push it out here, or you can put it out here like on the go. I put it up on the lid, but I put a tissue down first because if not it squeaks around a lot. But like that. That's an awful noise. But I just take a baby wipe and clean out the palette when I'm done. Not even when I'm done, just like when I need more space. I don't even do it when I'm done. I just you know, wait until I need more space, and then I go back and do it again. Because it is a little baby palette, so there's not a lot of space on it. Again, I'm not too worried about getting like up against the lines. Just want to get some color down. And then I think I'm going to go and have a snack. My blood sugar is yelling at me that I need to eat. Yeah, that'll do. Let's wipe off the water brush. Okay. Where's the lid? The only bad part about these water brushes is that it does not click. So I think we've done some good progress. Those leaves are very green. I'm not sure how I feel about those. I might need to go over them with something else. But yeah, I feel like we made a lot of progress here compared to where we started, and I feel like it looks so much better. I'm so much happier with it. All it took was a little time, and I feel like we're basically to the point where we could just start doing pencil or marker. I'd like to keep working on it. Maybe I should just take a break and go have a snack. No, I'm just going to go have a snack and take a break. So let this dry completely, because I want it to be completely dry before I go over top with any pencil. Something you really want to make sure of when you're using water-based mediums. So I will be back and we'll work on this some more maybe, or maybe I'll just show you the finished page. I don't know. I'm not really sure what we're going to do with this. I've got a lot of work to do on it still to make it to where I'm happy with it. I'm happy with it now, but I need to do more. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I hope my update video was informative. I'll do more, and I'm not going to leave you guys hanging like I did before, so I will try to do an update video pretty soon about like what's going on with my great uncle and, you know, updates to the storyline. Yeah, and I'll be back again with a coloring updates video, coloring tidbits, because I'd like to do that and just kind of show you some stuff I've acquired since my last haul and what I'm doing with it and all that. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening. Thank you for hanging out with me. Everyone take care, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye!